Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hi.
Hey.
Let's start this with a question. So when you first came to the 3-day course, when you first came across Lee and I's work, what did you think it was going to be about versus what it actually has become about?
Yeah. Wow. Taking me back. When I first came to the 3-day course, my main thing was that I knew I had to accelerate my technical skill set, and I wasn't really getting that from some online resources and even like the shop that I was in. Just because I wasn't able to find a framework for cutting hair that allowed me to make, decisions throughout the haircut instead of just following something. So I really thought the 3-day course was just like a way to get that, you know? And I thought that's all I would be getting of the 3-day course. It's all going to be about hair. I'm going to learn a lot about hair, and it'll be amazing, and go out and cut better hair, and I'll be more confident. But I think the moment that I went there and the conversations that we had on day one, that was a big one. I think we started talking about things like hero's journey and stuff like that, and I don't know, like the approach was so different because it was a lot about like awareness and the reason why you do things. There's actually very little about the hair. So yeah, I think it really helped me to feel that there's more to it than just being good at cutting hair. And being able to speak to you guys and your approach to life and how you thought about stuff really just opened my mind to the fact that hair is just kind of the context for what we're doing. So fast forward to now, almost 2 years from that point, I think I realized that it's a very simple, I guess, realization that I'm just a human kind of doing hair at the moment, and that what I do isn't who I am. And it's about, bettering myself and ensuring my direction is correct. And no matter what I do, can have an impact. Even though what I thought was I'd be really good at hair cutting.
Excuse me.
Now here,
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are we? That's the thing. Now if we're here, if that was where it started, where are we now? What are we doing now? What do you do
My goodness.
now?
Yeah. Well, I'm now in Bali in this amazing villa. It's made possible by the work that we've done, I guess, with the group. I have since opened my own studio as well with my partner, which is pretty crazy to think about, having been only like 2 years in when that actually happened. I'm on the team with you guys as a client support coach, and it's beyond my wildest dreams. I think that I don't know, like the basic concept of like work with the people whose lives that you respect and you want as well, and you're seeing the way they live. I think you guys, like you live a lot in alignment, and you're very clear about the impact that you want to have, and you're creating that. And this mastermind, and the program is a testament to that. And I felt it personally because I've had many, I guess, breakthroughs in the way that I look at life as well. I used to be quite rigid, which has fueled my initial desire to come and work with you guys. Like, I want structure. But I soon realized that, I think the world around you is always going to be quite fluid. But if you're strong in the foundations of like who you are, then you're going to be able to go where you want to go. And that's something that I've really learned from working with you guys, right?
Yeah. So it's not a hair course.
It's in no way, shape, or form is a hair course.
Now, you know what's cool? You know what's cool about the hair part though?
Yeah.
Is like we got that shit covered too.
Yeah.
It's like
That was well and truly locked away in
oh,
the
that's
bag.
locked. That's locked off.
Long time ago.
Like, no, I don't know. It might sound, take this however you want to take it, but I haven't yet seen a simpler way to do it.
Yeah.
So we put a lot of time into making that
Yeah.
simple and a full package, so that people like you, even being a year in
Yeah.
or less than a year in when you met us, getting that information fast,
Yeah.
like how much time, effort, energy does that save you,
Yeah.
so that you can actually focus on what matters.
And yeah, to be fair, like when I first signed up for that course, I was like 7 months in.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it would have been sooner if the date of the course was sooner.
So it's our fault.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was literally the date I was waiting to go. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I think it's a good representation of, I guess, a lot of the concepts that you share, and one of that being you do need to be good at what you do, and you have to invest in your skill set in order to form like new opportunities for yourself, because everything at its core, like conceptually, is quite the same. Everything's linked, you know what I mean? And so when you get good at what you do, then you're able to kind of explore different ways of expressing that beyond just cutting someone else's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it like it's a lot less about what you do, it's more about who you have to become. So like yesterday at the end of the mastermind, it was a good example with Finty, right? It's
Yeah.
just another good example. Like
Yeah.
we presented Finty with an award for getting $200 a haircut. And arguably, I would say that's the most important award that a barber or hairstylist can get.
Yeah.
Because it's such a milestone, and it's not about the $100 a haircut. It's about, who do I have to be? You know, who do I have to be that person? And it's so representative of so much more.
Yeah.
So if we are speaking to rigidity, to go back to your story, like, I think this is also cool context for, you know, people who are watching, whether they're thinking about maybe joining the program, or they're just wanting to know a bit more about your background, or
Yeah.
even people who are in the program, they might have just joined and they're thinking, who is this guy? Like, who is this support coach? Why am I talking to this guy? And like something that we said at the mastermind is like bringing Thor onto the team, where he was at the time, made no technical or logical sense. Maybe we should have brought like somebody on who was like 10 years in, who knows all of the stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've always approached our careers in a different way. Like, I always questioned the blueprint from the start. And it's like, I go to these hair events and like the AHC stuff, Lee, and it's like, oh, maybe we'll beep that part. But even, no, fuck it, don't beep it, leave it in. Go to the hairdressing council stuff, or people who are trying to change stuff, and it's like, where are the teenagers?
Yeah.
Why is there not somebody who's like new to this to see a different perspective? Because
Yeah.
what got us to here, maybe we need to look at it in a different way.
Yeah.
So anyway, long way of asking you the question, where does the rigidity come from? Like, what is your background?
Yeah.
Why are you the guy
Yeah.
that we chose to do this role?
I mean, my rigidity comes from, I mean, culturally, but I mean, right prior to coming into hair, you know, I had literally just gone to the army. And then I already felt like, man, I'm behind because everyone else who didn't have to go to the army. It's so much further in life. But I've got that sort of regimented mindset. It came out and I thought, oh, well, I went to law school. And then I actually went to practice law for 5 years, right? And that rigidity really fueled me because it was what brought me success and, you know, prestige and money and things like that. But it's also what put me in a pretty deep hole, right? Of like I was too rigid, you know, at the expense of other things.
Law.
Law above all else, you know. So
hence Barber in law.
yeah,
But
yeah, and so I think, well, I don't know if this is the official reason, but I would think that because I was able to kind of realize that and make that decision to consciously pursue something that I wanted, which was hair. I think you guys saw that, right? You guys were able to see that, know that I would be coming into it with a different perspective. And I think I would like to think that like we connected on a certain level, like when we did meet in person. You know, I remember that being quite like a impactful moment for me. I went home and I spoke to Rachel, like my partner, about it for like every one of the 3 days, you know. You guys said, oh yeah, you know, you might want to debrief this when you go home. I actually did, right? And it was like 2 or 3 hour long chats like with her. And she's like, yeah, this is amazing. You know, I'm so glad that you're like realizing these things about yourself and the concept of doing things that are unknown and how you can't structure everything. Because up to that point in my life, I really thought that life was linear and I could see the path ahead. And it was based around my career, because I could see my path in my career. Therefore, I can just plug everything else into it. So it was quite a big moment because I realized like, oh, actually, you never really know, but you can go out and as yourself and make sense of the world. Right? But yeah, I think because we connected on that level, I think like I really get the mission that you guys are trying to build and go out and do, and how this is more than just about, you know, I guess the tactics and the hair and all that stuff, right? It's really about, I guess, being able to arm people with the ability to make like conscious choices and really get better as people. Yeah. So I think because I was able to, you know, engage with the program in a way that got me results, and I genuinely want the same experience for people too. I want them to feel like what I felt, that breakthrough of you can really just, as long as you're clear about like what you want, that you can use the resources that are literally in front of your face, right? To get to where you want to go, wherever that might be, and whatever that meaning of success means for you. And I want to be able to share that with people as well. And like genuinely, you know, I don't, like I just buzzed my head, right, on top of the mountain. And it was, even the dare, like even the challenge itself made no sense, because I basically was talking to like Jordan and Joey and Kevin over the Christmas break. They all wanted to post more content. And I said, yeah, I think we should all hit like a certain number of posts. Like we must all commit to it, something that you can manage. And by the time Bali comes around, we have to hit it. And if we don't hit it, then like I will shave my head, you know, because I don't want it to be like a fear-based thing for you guys. I just want it to be that you guys want it for yourselves, but understand that there is still a consequence, and you don't have to have the pain of the consequence in this moment. But I just want to do it because I want to motivate you, and I want you to like share your, I guess, like your potential and your truth and like your goodness, you know. And even during this weekend, like that's all I really wanted, right? And when Joey was cutting my hair. And he said, man, Thor, I really respect that you're doing this, because I'm really going to remember this moment where I'm cutting your hair because I did not hit the post total. And it's going to really be a strong reminder, not only like mentally, but physically, for me to like post the content and put myself out there, right? And I thought, yeah, that's enough. Mission accomplished, you know? It wasn't about making a statement. It was just, I want to encourage you to take action and like go do it.
Like a good way to frame that last piece there is like, things happen if you don't do things.
Absolutely. And they might not
right?
They might not happen to you.
Yeah.
But they might happen to people around you.
Like there's consequences of your actions either way, right? Like things happen on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if Joey, to put you in the but if the guys all had posted content, who knows what their life might have looked like by now.
Yeah.
Because one of those pieces of content could have changed a lot for them.
Yeah.
Right? But he has to feel that, and that's super cool, man. So yeah, what would you think the consequence of like not being, like if you didn't come to the 3-day course, if you looked for the excuses? Because what breaks my heart about the work that we do is like sometimes, I don't know if you feel the same way, Lee, but it breaks my heart when I see people maybe make the excuse for not coming, even though they might know that on some level it's what they need.
Yeah.
And look, people are they can do whatever you want. Like, we can't influence that. Like, we can influence it, sorry, we can't force anything. But knowing the transformations that we make in the room, like here over the last 3 days at the 3-day course, when we know we can help someone and they don't come, it's like, it hurts me a little bit.
Yeah.
But then that's their journey. But if you were to look back and think about your life now versus if you were the type of person to say, nah, not me, I'm not going to do it. What would I do that for? Why would I spend that money?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't spend it, I'll just have it. Like, why would I do that? What would life look like for you if you made that decision?
Oh my goodness. I wouldn't be living my own life. That's the truth. I'm going to be living a version of life that's informed by someone else's narrative or someone else's limitations. And that would be the saddest thing, because the reason why I changed my careers was to break free of that. And it would have been so easy to fall into that same trap without realizing it, especially with something like barbering, where there's a individual, creative, artistic element that overlays it, right? So you almost sometimes don't feel like you're in a trap, right? So yeah, I definitely wouldn't be living like life on my own terms, which is kind of a crazy thing to say about like a hair course, right? But I think like it is a lot more than that. It calls for the concept of, you know, it really isn't about what you do. Like I can't stress that enough. And it resonates with me because I really thought that all I was a lawyer. And I put a lot of pride in that. And it defined a lot of like my character as well. You know, it was a shortcut for me to build connection. Because I wouldn't say, hey, I'm Thor. Nice to meet you. Hey, I'm Thor, I do law. Easy, right? People assume certain things about me, even though those things may not be true. So it feels nice. Like I on a practical level, I wouldn't have the success that I have, right? That's an easy one. I wouldn't be opening my shop. I'd probably be all in my head about how I should be, how I should show up. I probably wouldn't be posting content because I felt at the time that I wasn't qualified to, right? To have a voice. Which sounds ridiculous, but here we are, right? And in terms of life, I think I'd be still trying to figure it out, you know? So that would have set me back, I think. So it really accelerated not only my technical skill set, but my mindset, right?
Yeah. Something I've noticed about not just your journey, and that part of your journey about figuring it out piece, or like having to have it all figured out. I genuinely think that there's a lot of people out there that think they have to figure it all out by themselves. You know, we've experienced that this weekend as well.
Yeah.
They literally just think I have to figure it out by myself.
Yeah.
Or it's not new, it's not unique, it's not noble, it's not accepted, it's not cool. Like, if I ask for help, I'm weak. You know, but in a lot of other aspects of our lives, we do that. But then it's almost like when we graduate to being adults, it's not accepted. Yeah, something I've noticed about the people who are the most successful or get the best results.
Yeah.
They don't do it by themselves, you know? And like, it's so easy to listen to people who have a coaching program say that with the thought of like, oh, of course he would say that because he just wants me to buy his program. But if you think like that, you will literally stay stuck. And we've seen it time and time again, 20, 30, 40, 50 people that we've worked with in this context. Every single one of them would say that statement was true. So what would you have to add to that as now somebody who supports clients with their success and to get them results? What would you have to add?
I really think a big part of it is connecting like actions with the information that you're learning, right? And the only way to kind of bridge that gap usually is an airy-fairy way of saying it would be like identifying your purpose, I suppose. But a simpler way of saying it is just having the hunger to be where you want to go, right? Even if it might not be that clear yet. And if the goal is to say make more money or just be a bit more successful or have a better life, it's about defining what those things are, just like to some degree, and then pursuing it like relentlessly, like with a lot of hunger and fire, right? That's it. Like imperfect action is like way better than the most methodical technique. And so the way I see it, like people just kind of need permission, motivation, and trust in themselves. And that last piece, like people only build like, I only built it when I started doing things. I dog shit at content. Look, some of my videos up there are terrible. Like, look at it, it's cringe as hell. I was doing like transitions and stuff, Oh man, it was terrible. Like where things like it's just slided, wobble.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But it's like the more I did it, the more I got better at it. And then to the point where people in the shop are like, "Oh, he's the content guy."
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
Where did that
dude,
come
I
from?
literally just doing all like I'm the furthest away from content.
Yeah. It came up a lot over the past couple of days. I was explaining the concept to people about if you think there's somewhere to go, or if you obsess too much over about where you think you need to go, it creates the illusion of the time gap between where you are and where you want to go, and all the fear lives in that gap. So people obsess over who they need to become, right? And I said there's no one to be, there's nowhere to go, and there's nothing to do. All there is action. Yeah. And the action you take today will create the you that you will be tomorrow, and you've got no idea who you're going to be. Yeah. Like you said, you can have a rough idea. Yeah. You can have a rough guesstimate on this is who I prefer to be. Yeah. But the action you take is the only way you're ever going to get there.
Yeah, that's it. Like you're defined by the actions that you take. That's the end of the story. It doesn't matter what your commitment is or your intention is. This might be harsh, but it doesn't matter what you say you think you care about. It doesn't matter. It may speak to you as a person, but ultimately if you act out of alignment with what you're saying, then you're gonna feel that disconnect too. And it's your decision then to really realize and accept it, that are you content with living in the illusion of who you are, or do you want to make your reality match up with the vision that you have in your mind? And the simple way to do that is just to take action. Honestly, it sounds simplistic, but I don't say it in a minimalizing way. I don't think it's an easy thing to do. But sometimes you don't want to go to the gym. The only way to build a habit is to say, no, I'm going to go. Yeah. Honestly, I stopped gymming for a bit recently. I got back into it because literally one day I was like, man, and this is, you don't have to think this way. I was like, man, I'm just bitch, I'm just giving myself excuses. And instead of thinking about all the reasons why I didn't want to do it, I was just like, no, I want to gym. And I'm going to gym, and it was imperfect, I was stressing oh man, but it's too late now, it's 11 p.m. I didn't do it earlier in the day, maybe tomorrow I'll get another go at it. And then it just happens again and again. It's just no, I'm going to cut short the mental gymnastics. It's 11 p.m. I didn't do it earlier in the day, but my commitment is that I'm going to build this habit. So I'm just going to gym at 11 p.m. I'll eat the consequences. I'm going to be sore as hell tomorrow, but whatever. It's okay. That's another lesson there, right? You focus on building the habit first, get to the gym, and then you can optimize your recovery, your timing, all that stuff as you go.
And eventually you're not sore from it anymore.
Correct.
I don't know about you guys, but I've got no pain in my body from that walk yesterday.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I could do full workout. Run. Oh yeah, I'm tired generally because so much energetically training stuff, but it's something that came up for me there. I don't know if you've deeped this too much, but when you said I used to practice law. Yeah. Practice. That, even that sentence in itself says it's never going to be perfect.
It's never going to be perfect, yeah.
I used to perfect law, right? It's you don't hear anyone say that. Yeah. You don't ever hear people say, I practice hair, right? I'm a hair professional. It's that's your fucking problem. Yeah. You think you're a professional.
Really, you're a hair practitioner.
Yeah, you should be practicing it, but because it always evolves. Sometimes things that you were good at stop You stop being good at them if you stop practicing them.
Mm.
You know, if all of us stopped walking, we'd eventually not be able to walk as good.
Yeah.
You know, like your brain and like the things that you do and how you set your life up, like your habits, like you're talking about the gym.
Yeah.
It's not about going to the gym.
Yeah.
It's about like living a longer, more vital life. It's like, that's what it's about. Going to the gym is the thing you have to do it.
Yeah.
Does it always feel good? No. But it's like, that's the concept of always take the stairs.
Yeah.
It's like, do what's best for you now instead of doing what's easiest now. Because if you have easy choices now, hard life later.
Yeah.
Harder choices now, easy life later.
Absolutely.
And life might not get easy later, but at least if you lived through that, isn't that just a better way to live? Like, with a bit of hope that like, at least it's going to be good in the future, rather than submitting and being life's bitch, like,
Yeah.
and just being like, oh well, let life teabag me,
Yeah.
and like I'll just do whatever the fuck is going to
exactly.
be in front of me, and like be a victim into it, and just well, I grew up in Ireland, so like that just means people like me just don't get that level of success. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a pity, right? It's such a pity to not honestly express yourself and feel like you've really given it a fair go.
Because life's like just too short for that type of stuff, you know? And I think we get so great, like, one of the reasons why like I'm at where I'm at as well is because I've been able to reconnect with like a time in my life where I had a lot of fire as well, like, and a lot of like just passion, right? And like one of that time was like when I used to breakdance, right? And I used to have a crew, and like we were all like competing together, but it was just like a pure, like there was no like accolade chasing. It wasn't like I'm the best dancer, because I guess I didn't know at the time, but inherently I learned a lesson that you can never be the best, you know, like objectively it's very hard to be the best, just because there's so much variation in how people perceive things and personal tastes and things like that. But what is undeniable is like, if you embody the thing that you're saying, then people can't really take issue with that, right?
You are the best you.
I'm the best me,
yeah.
and you cannot beat me if I bring you into that field.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
And it's like, I just want that for people. Like I want like almost like this return to like a childlike purity, because I think we grow up and sometimes like, and I take a lot of pride in this, like the ability to be able to intellectualize a lot of things and talk about things and really like deep things. But the reality is like, it doesn't have to be that deep in a sense. Like it has like that, going to the depths helps you simplify things, but you still need to have that childlike, like, yeah, like I'm gonna do it, like this is me, and like I'm just gonna pursue it because that's who I want to be, and I'm going to do it whatever it takes, right? Without thinking about, oh man, but is it the most optimum way to do it? You know? And I find myself doing that sometimes in stupid areas of like lunch, right? Like choosing a food place to eat because I care so much about food. And I might be like, oh, but if I don't have this good meal, like I'm gonna have one less good meal in life. But it's like, it's stupid, right? Like we intellectualize things so much. It's just like, no, just.
But it's also what makes you who you are, right? It's also still a really important part, because then that comes out in like maybe even the content that you post, right?
Yeah.
Because if you thought the other way,
Yeah.
then you'd just be putting dog shit out to the world.
Yeah.
So it's like it makes you who you are too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's
That's
definitely
cool.
a balance, but I think like I can say without a shadow of a doubt, like a lot of like basically everyone who comes into UBM, right, or even who are like thinking about coming to UBM, they actually have a very good like kind of technical idea of what they want. Whether it be better haircuts, like better long hair, better mid-length hair, or I want to charge more because I want to get time back. I want to grow my team by X amount. Like they actually know that quite well, you know, but what's stopping them is like being in their head too much. And I just want to get people out of their head, you know, into their body. Like that's it, honestly. Which is why like things like these experiences, right, where we allow people to feel the journey in a short, condensed amount of time and show them what's possible in 3 days, you know,
Don't even say 3 days, 1 day. Like first day, people were already like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, even the
What's
first,
happening
the
right now?
opening night, it was like,
You know,
Couple of questions and
you know, and it's like, you get people like filming themselves, posting content, and it's like, yeah, of course, doing the interesting things like gives you a good and easy way to like post about it, but it's also like, why have you decided to change behavior, right? That's like let's lean into that reason and then like really capture that and never lose that, because if you can do it now, you can do it all the time. And then and everything, so like everything mirrors the course in the program. Like, oh, you think it's because you came here to Bali, that's why you post the content, but it's not that. It's like, it really isn't even about Bali or where the mastermind is. It's just like getting you yourself to a place where you can realize like, oh, actually, it wasn't about where I was. It was just, I made a decision in my mind to do it. And that's why I did it, right? And I can just make that decision every day, no matter where I am. Physically, you know?
100%.
So
But unlimiting people.
it's about unlimiting people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point.
That is the number one point. Because if you achieve success in a way that's not your own, you're going to be limited in the worst way, because everything in your life will be screaming that it's great and you did it, but you're not going to feel that way,
No.
you know? And that's the worst type of prison, right? Because you almost like don't have a reason to leave.
Yeah. I think that's to add another layer to that, helping unlimiting people. It's actually not us that does it, right? It's them unlimiting themselves. We just have to set up the container for it to happen.
Yeah.
So like, because if we try to do it for them,
Yeah.
that results, what you just said.
Absolutely.
If they do it for themselves, they're doing it for themselves forever. It's not like a codependency thing. Like, I would love people to walk away and be like, yeah, I can do shit the way I want to do it for the rest of my life now. Thanks, guys. You know? Like, it's not really up to us to, like, we can tell someone, you need to do this with your barbershop, you need to do this with your salon, you need to do this with your coaching business. They go and they do it, they get the result, they feel the same.
Yeah.
Or we ask them a line of questioning that helps them figure it out by themselves, and they might realize, you know what, I didn't want any of that stuff actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. Final words, I guess. Let's land the plane. If someone was on the fence right now, if someone was like watching this with the intention of joining UBM or joining the program or working on themselves, wanting to get like mentorship or coaching, whether it's from us or from someone else, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm happy. Just go and get it. Like, just go get the help.
Yeah.
What would you say to them based on someone who has done that?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I think the main thing I would say is, stop overthinking it. Like, you need to take relentless action and identify the things that are going to get you there. And you can spend your life figuring that out, or you can learn from someone who's lived that, and I think time is the most valuable currency. So you're never going to get that back, but the decisions you make today might help you accelerate that time horizon and probably make you the money that you're seeking anyway. So I think you should just take the action, because without it, you're just going to be where you are and intellectualizing your limitations. Don't do that. It's a waste of time.
Thanks, Thor.
Thank
We
you,
look
mate.
forward to keep building
Yes.
with you. Got lots of cool stuff on the horizon, and yeah, Hannah said something to me this morning when she woke up. It was her first experience of what we did here in the last 3 days, and she was like, it wasn't even like taking people from their minds and into their bodies, like, because the way Pat was taking about it, taking people from their minds into their bodies. She was like, it was actually taking people from their minds into their hearts.
Yes.
And I was like, that is to the person listening to this who might be feeling like a bit disgruntled at life, that might seem too woo-woo to you, but like, I promise you, just give it a shot, whether it's us or whether it's someone else. Just don't get to the end of your life and just wish you had done things a little bit differently.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at this, you're probably already considering and thinking that there's something more that you need, and you need to just take that step to remove the ceiling that you've put on your own life. That's seriously what it is. You're already here. Just do it.